Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shay's 2, baby. She back again. Mic hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, and back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else she feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
All right, guys, happy and blessed Wednesday. All right, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everyone who watches this in the replay and over here in the chat. We got Jermaine in the place to be. Thank you, Jermaine, for being here. And this is Shay's 2 Late Night Owls Talk Time for all of us night owls. Okay, now I'm actually not a night owl. It's just that, when I get off of work, I try to do these lives for you guys, and I just do it right before I go to bed. Okay? So anyway, let me go ahead and do this copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen. Guys, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you thumbs up as soon as you come in before you leave. And subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed, hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure to share and leave a comment, and also hit that hype up button. All you do is slide the comment thing over, and then the hype up button will show, and you can go ahead and click that. You get 3 per week. Okay, so try to save one for Shay's 2 and hype one of my videos up. All right. And guys, if you want to show additional support for the channel, feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, cash app donation at $Shades2, or copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Thank you guys so much, and thanks to all who have donated to this channel. All right. So tonight, guys, we're going to talk about a couple of things, actually like 3 or 4. We're going to get all of this covered in less than an hour. Okay. So Kiefer Sutherland. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2, a customer at KFC got mad over some gravy, okay? And he actually STABBED, the KFC employee, about, I don't know how many times, it was multiple times, okay? So that's crazy. And then Trump said the most fascinating thing, and we're going to talk about those things, and I'm going to try to give you guys some updates and maybe one breaking news, and that will be it for tonight. All right. So if you are at work, watch or listen to me on the down low. If you are at home, get you something to drink, like some water, a bed, a chair, or whatever, and let's go ahead and do this late night owls talk time live. All right. All right. Let me turn that music on in the background real quick. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing, you guys. So I hope you had a great Tuesday too, and hopefully you have a beautiful Wednesday as well. Let's turn this down. It's too loud. Okay, so first thing first, let's go ahead and cover Kiefer Sutherland. You know, the actor. He played in a lot of stuff. You know, 24. I used to love 24, man. Every day when it comes on, it didn't come on every day, but when it came on, I used to always rush home so I could see it, that clock, you know, counting down or whatever the case is. That used to be a good show. Anyway, he was arrested. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the story real quick. And let me put this banner up. I forgot to actually make it in advance, but I'll just put it up here in a minute. Let's see. Let's put it here. Let's edit this and put Kiefer up here. I do this because it's easier to find stuff that you want to hear about if you're watching, you know, my if you're watching my lives, in case you don't hear the rest of the stuff. Okay. So let's go ahead and put his stuff up here. Okay, so let's go right into it. I'm going to show you a video first, let them tell you about it, and then I will tell you about it, okay? So let's go ahead and do this. And let me check my sound first. So let them tell you about it, and then I will tell you about it. Okay, so everything sounds good right now. So oh my God. So let's go ahead and get this done. Just knock these damn nails down every night. Okay. Let's do this. Present, share screen. Okay, let's go ahead and watch this real quick. Okay.
And we have some breaking news to get to right now. Kiefer Sutherland was arrested after an altercation with a rideshare driver in Hollywood. The LAPD confirming the news. There were reports of an assault near the intersection of Sunset and Fairfax just after midnight. Sutherland is listed as a suspect and is accused of assaulting the driver. No one was hurt. The actor posted $50,000 bail and is due in court next month.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. Let me close this out. And I guess he's really talking about it, right? Maybe they really talking. Let's see. Let's see what this is first. This is not him right here. I know. Let's see what they're talking about.
Sutherland has been arrested after allegedly assaulting a rideshare driver in Hollywood, California. The star of 24 and Stand By Me, who is 59 years old, was taken into custody after Los Angeles police answered a radio call at about 12:15 a.m. for an assault near Sunset Boulevard in Fairfax, a police department spokesman said in a statement. The investigation determined that the suspect, later identified as Kiefer Sutherland, entered a rideshare vehicle, physically assaulted the driver, the victim, and made criminal threats towards the victim, according to the LAPD. He was also arrested at the scene and booked into the LAPD jail, and then he got released on a $50,000 bail. He has a court date set for February 2nd, and obviously he was also the star of Designated Survivor, where everyone in the cabinet, except for the education secretary or the transportation secretary, I forget which one he was, but he was one of those two, and he became the president. As many of you know, he is a Canadian actor and has been involved in a lot of hijinks. Kiefer Sutherland.
These people. Okay, these people been tripping me out on TikTok, man. Thanks, Jermaine. Gosh. Okay, anyway, let me go ahead and tell y'all the stuff on this, okay? Don't be talking about one of my favorite actors, okay? Don't be talking about him, okay? He was good on 24. He played in that vampire movie, just a lot of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love Kiefer. I love him on 24, man. I can't remember his name on 24, but man, Jack. I knew I was gonna Jack Bauer or something like that. He used to be really, really tough. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. That is funny. Oh, okay. Anyway, the 24 actor was arrested on suspicion of felony criminal threats just after midnight Monday, after a report of an assault involving a ride-share driver. Now, I don't know if it was Uber or Lyft, but it was one of them, okay? Let's see. Emmy-winning actor Kiefer Sutherland was arrested early Monday morning after an altercation with a ride-share driver in the Hollywood area. And that's according to the LAPD, okay? The 59-year-old 24 star was arrested just after midnight after officers responded to a radio call about an assault involving a ride-share driver near Sunset Boulevard and Fairfax Avenue. The suspect, later identified as Sutherland, is accused of assaulting the driver after entering the vehicle. And that's according to the LAPD. Let's see here. So he was arrested on suspicion of felony criminal threats. Now, I don't know exactly what he said. I'm pretty sure in a couple of days, if not tomorrow, somebody will have some type of video that shows exactly what he said. Anyway, they said no injuries requiring medical treatment were reported. Now, NBC LA reached out to Sutherland's representatives for comment. Jail records indicated Sutherland was released from custody on a $50,000 bond. His initial court date was set for February the 2nd. Now, as you guys know, Sutherland won an Emmy and a Golden Globe Award for his role as Jack Bauer. I told y'all in the TV series 24. His long list of credits also includes roles in Stand By Me, The Lost Boys, that's the vampire one, Flatliners, and A Few Good Men. So I want to know exactly what he did, okay? Because the driver was not injured, but did he have any scars on him? Or did Kiefer just basically push him or hit him without him getting any injuries, or what? And what type of criminal threats? Did he say, I'm gonna beat your butt, or what did he say to this dude? Because they really have limited information on this. Okay, let's see, they just updated it. Let's see if they have any more information. So he's been arrested before, huh? Okay. I think I probably already know about that, okay? So they said physically assaulted the driver, but he did not get any. So he probably does have injuries. He just didn't have injuries bad enough to go to the hospital. So, you know, he's getting ready to get a lawsuit too, I bet you. Yeah, I bet he is. So he got into a heated altercation with the rideshare driver. And that led to the actor physically assaulting the driver. Okay? So the LAPD is still investigating this case, okay? So he does have a history with the police for years, and he has been arrested before. So y'all know he is the son of veteran actor Donald Sutherland. In 2007, he was sentenced to 48 days in jail for driving under the influence for violating probation. Then he was arrested for assault. Kiefer, wow. In 2009, although those charges were later dropped. I probably did know about that too. It's just been so long ago. He was also arrested for making an illegal U-turn in Hollywood in 2020. They gave you a ticket, yet I made an illegal U-turn in the parking lot. And the police was standing right there looking. And it was so funny to him that he was laughing when he caught up with me. But I didn't get the ticket. It was so funny. But anyway, I guess Kiefer been getting in trouble so many times that they just had to give him this ticket, man. That is crazy, man. I really want to know. I can't wait till somebody come out with footage because I want to know what type of criminal threats did he make? Was he intoxicated? This is limited information. We don't know if he was drunk or a little tipsy. What did the driver say to him? What was the argument about? We need to know all of these things. We don't know anything. So let's see. What did he say here? So this happened at 12:15 a.m. So he was arrested at the scene, okay, for criminal threats. They were arresting him right there. So you know somebody got that on camera. I bet he was too. They used to have a problem with drinking, okay? But anyway, I know somebody got that on camera. Yeah, the driver probably got injuries, but not none that required medical treatment. You know, a lot of men are not going to no hospital anyway. So let's see. Okay, so the other dude that he got into it with, he was actually charged with third-degree assault after he head-butted designer Jack McCullough after the Met Gala in 2009. So he did apologize to the dude. He released a statement, and those charges were ultimately dropped too. I guess him and the dude, you know, Kiefer probably apologized to him and convinced them to drop the charges, or either the guy just, you know, dropped him because maybe he was intoxicated. So he said that night, "I'm sorry about what happened that night and sincerely regret that Mr. McCullough was injured." And I know I just said his name wrong. And that's what he said in the statement at that time. And then the designer said, "I appreciate Mr. Sutherland's statement and wish him well." Okay. So at least the designer handled it, you know, in a very professional way, and he did not continue to do the charges. But I thought, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure that he had a problem back in the past with alcohol. I'm not sure though. So he could have been a little intoxicated then. He might have been intoxicated the other night when he got in the altercation. I just want to know exactly what happened. Let's see what TMZ said, because TMZ probably have more information. Let's see. What? Hold on. So he did this after he entered the car. Okay. So what did the driver do? That picture up on my thing, the thumbnail, is this mug shot back in, no, that may be another mug shot, but this is another mug shot right here from back in 2007. That's when he had that DUI. Yeah, I thought so. He did have a little problem with some alcohol, because that was a DUI arrest where he took this picture. That picture right there is nice looking. He was in jail for 48 days. So NBC, let me just acknowledge this. NBC Los Angeles was the first to report Kiefer Sutherland's arrest, okay? So we can know that. And I'm also reading now from TMZ. Somebody said, "Lay off the sauce, boss." I know he was drunk. Wait, somebody said, "I wonder if he was under the influence." Somebody said, "How does this guy get to it with the rideshare driver? All you have to do is sit down and freaking ride." Right, what happened? That's why I want to know what happened. They said, "Seems like it. Possibly after a Golden Globes after party. Early morning is a decent hint." Somebody said, he is from NM, the alcoholic state in the nation. Okay. Oh my God. Somebody else said, "I'm sure alcohol was involved." Okay, somebody else said, my boy is back. My boy is back. Somebody said, well, what are the odds? This is an alcohol-related incident. Oh, somebody said, how entitled can he be if he takes ride shares? At some point, people need to grow up and start acting like they have some class or at least some common sense of appropriate behavior. Okay. Okay, another commenter said, more than likely he was plastered. But what happened during the ride? I've been in many lifts and never got arrested afterwards. But he is known for being a alcoholic, I guess, throughout Hollywood. Alcoholic as, I don't know. Somebody said another entitled Hollywood weirdo. They say he's a little bully too. Oh my God. Somebody else said one more example of why you should not get in the cars with strangers. The thing is that he probably was a little intoxicated. I don't know. Hey, Terrain, thank you so much for being here. He probably was, and Happy New Year's to you. He probably was a little intoxicated. Let's keep it real. Okay, we know that Kiefer does have a little history of alcohol and getting into altercations and things of that nature. Somebody said, let me guess, drunk and dumb. Hashtag free Kiefer. He's already free on a $50,000 bond. But the thing is, I wish they would go into a little bit more details because, damn, what did he say? What actually happened inside of that Lyft or Uber car? Did he get mad at the driver because the driver had the radio up too high or down too low, or was it hot in the car or too cold, or he didn't speak, or he spoke to him? I don't know. They should have told us more details because I know they know. Okay. And when you say assault, did he hit the driver or what? I know the driver didn't get any injuries, but did he hit the driver? And the driver clearly felt, threatened. That's why he called the police. And then these criminal threats. What type of criminal threats? Let's see what criminal threats are. What are criminal threats?
Criminal threats involve communicating a serious intent to cause harm, making someone fear for their safety. These threats must be clear, immediate, and unconditional, and can be communicated in any way, resulting in sustained fear, with penalties varying by location.
Okay. So communicating a serious intent to cause DEATH or great bodily injury to someone, making them reasonably fear for their safety, even if the threat maker doesn't intend to carry it out. Okay, so when y'all be doing this shit on YouTube, be careful. Be very careful. Okay. You can do these threats either verbally, in writing, or like in a text message, or like I said, online or in any kind of way. Okay, it's got to be a threat to harm, communication, intent, victim's fear, specific, like I said, it's specificity, SPECIFICITY. It must be specific, immediate, and unconditional, not a vague statement or emotional outburst. Some people think they're so smart on social media, but I'm going to get you one day. Trust me. Okay. Anyway, Kiefer, you got to slow down on those criminal threats. So this guy, the Lyft or Uber driver, actually believed him enough to call the police. And then when the police came, I don't know if he made threats while the police was there, but they definitely arrested him. Okay. I cannot wait until I see that video for real, because I know there's going to be a trip. Goodness, Kiefer, come on. Yeah, he be fighting stuff, so it is what it is. And I will be keeping you guys updated. Let's see if I can get anybody else to talk about them real quick. But I will keep y'all updated. Okay, let's see what else somebody said. I need to see somebody say more information. I don't know why they shot. Shit. Oh my gosh. So they got this little picture. That's not Kiefer, is it? No, they just look like him. Like, I don't know. This is him with Lost Boys. You can tell he used to be a bad boy. Look at him. No, I'm just playing. Oh my gosh. Oh man, they got his whole history up here. That's old though, right there. So let's see what else they got up here. They don't have the actual video footage. Okay, let's see. So everything else is basically what I just said, you know, just repeated. But I'm sure tomorrow, I guess, TMZ or someone will have more information, okay? Point blank, I'm pretty sure of that. And I will update you guys because I definitely want to see the video because I know somebody got a video. And I want to hear what kind of criminal threat he said, if he was intoxicated, and what exactly happened when he entered that Uber or Lyft car. In the comment section, do y'all think it was Uber car or Lyft? Let me know. And what do y'all think he was intoxicated or not? All right. Let me know in the comment section as well. All right. So now we're going to move right along. We're going to get off of him. Let me just go back to for you. You got to take Kiefer off. Damn. Okay. Kids. All right. All right. The next story we are going to go into. Let's go right into Donald Trump. Okay. I'm going to do the other story last. Let's go into Donald Trump real quick. Okay. Because I don't know what's going on with Mr. President Donald Trump. I just don't know. Okay. Let's see here. Now, I hope they don't think I'm endorsing him or anything else. Because every time I talk about him, they think that. It's just so weird. YouTube is strange. Okay, let's do President Donald Trump. Let me be respectful. I can't call him president. I should just call him Prez. Okay. I'm going to put comment. Statement or whatever. Actually, let's do this. Let's put statement. Okay. Okay, let's go right into him. Okay. Let me go back over here to TikTok again. I just want to put him up here. I may let y'all hear him. I hope they got him on video saying it. What did he say? Hold on, let me write it down what he said. Hold on, you guys. Let me get this. I'll be talking about so many different subjects, so I don't remember everything on the time. White people were treated. No. He said white people. Hold on. Yeah, him. Let's see. White people were. Excuse me, y'all. We're very badly treated. He said some more stuff too, but I'm not going to type all that in there. So is this it right here? Actually, I think, let me see if this is it.
So in an interview with the New York Times, Mr. I've done more for Black people than Abraham Lincoln said that the civil rights movement actually hurt a lot of white people very badly. According to the New York Times, Don Snorleon said that the 1964 Civil Rights Act accomplished some very...
Real quick, what did you say, Jermaine? You said what? He's not, hold on. He's your president, not mine. No, he's your president. He's everybody in the USA president. Okay, let's show some respect. Okay? Let's go back to this lady talking right here. Oh my gosh. Let's do it.
wonderful things, but it also hurt a lot of people. He said, and I quote, "People that deserve to go to college or deserve to get a job were unable to get a job, so it was reverse discrimination." I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Not Mr. I've done more for Black people since 1964. Not Mr. The Blacks love me. You can't make this shit up. So
but the only Blacks that love him are slow ones, okay? On everything. Okay.
Y'all know the 1964 Civil Rights Act sought to end race-based discrimination and segregation and provide Black Americans with equal access to education and employment. So no one should be surprised that Frumpet Dump feels this way. He ran his campaign on this exact premise. But we know that he says any and everything under the sun to take our minds off the Epstein file. So he got to say the most outlandish thing out loud, even though I really feel like he feels this way. It's very important to note that there should not have been a need for the 1964 Civil Rights Act. If all Americans were treated fairly and there was no such thing as redlining and there was no such thing as discriminatory practices when it came down to hiring, there would be no need for the 1964 Civil Rights Act. So to say that white people were treated unfairly because of the Civil Rights Act is absolutely preposterous, especially considering the generational wealth gap in this country. Explain redlining. Explain why Black people to this day are still fighting for what is rightfully theirs, their land. Should we talk about Bruce's Beach that was stolen from Black people in California? Explain why Black people are incarcerated at a much higher rate than whites, even for the same crime. Explain that. Even when you came out with Jim Crow laws, separate but equal, it still wasn't equal. Only thing we wanted was equality. And we're still fighting for it in the year of our Lord, 2026. I would love to hear how Blacks for Trump is going to explain this. They're going to take his side, but they're going to have to jump through some hula hoops to do it. It's disturbing, but it's just another day in the Frumpet Dump universe. This is the same person that says he's done more for Blacks since Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
Y'all put your thoughts. This is Double D Mo for the Black Grit News. So in an interview with the New York Times.
So do you think that he has done more for Blacks than Abraham Lincoln? Do y'all believe that? The Black people who support Trump, who voted for Trump. Do you guys believe that? Let's go ahead and watch this dude right here.
Trump said civil rights led to white people being very badly treated. It's almost like these folks think it's their right to be able to deny us of ours. He said white people were very badly treated, where they did extremely well, and they were not invited to go to a university to college.
The reason why Black people, have, the affirmative action is because, let's keep it real. Without that, a lot of Black people wouldn't be able to get into colleges, okay? Because they will be basically denied due to people, being racist. So all of these affirmative actions and everything, they're there to benefit Black people, to give them the same somewhat equal opportunity to go to certain schools, to go to college, period, for jobs that normally they probably wouldn't be able to get because people do participate in racism, especially back in those days. Okay, so all of these programs are very important, all right? And I don't think it did reverse racism or anything. He's trying to insinuate that white people who did good in school couldn't go to these universities because they're basically giving it to Black people who might not have done good just to reach, that quota or whatever else. And I don't believe that, I believe, the Black people who had the scores to get into these colleges and things, they were accepted and given an equal opportunity to go there because of, the Discrimination Act and all, and the other one, affirmative action. If it weren't for those things, we would not be where we're at right now. And for him to make that statement and try to paint the picture that white people are the victims is crazy. Because they're not. Let's keep it real. I'm telling you, if they didn't have affirmative action and all these other things, Black people wouldn't be able to do many things. Just like with the housing, years and years ago, Black people couldn't even move in certain neighborhoods. Okay, couldn't get certain houses. Banks would be like racist against Black people. All types of stuff. I don't recall hearing things like this, you know, when it comes to white people. So again, I just think that was an unfair statement that he made, and it was plainly ridiculous. Let's finish listening to this dude.
So I would say in the same way, I think it was unfair in certain cases. People that deserve to go to college or deserve to get a job were unable to get a job. So it was a reverse discrimination. And the thinking deeply about shallow shit award goes to Mango Mussolini. It's almost like they believe if you don't get to objectify Black folks, you have your rights taken away from you. Do they believe they have the right to be white supremacy?
Things like I just said, they Black people, let me put this like this, qualified Black people the opportunity to have the same employment, educational advantages that white people have, okay, point blank. And for him to paint the picture that it caused harm for white people because white people who also was qualified, they didn't get a chance to go to these colleges or get these jobs because the Black people, you know, were taking them. That's the way I'm looking at it, what he said. What do you think, Jermaine?
And a person that want to be called out about it? The same folks that want to chastise our community for being victims and making up their shit all the time is the same individuals that will literally construct a whole case in reality just so they can be a victim. These racially illiterate people love to make situations illustrating how they don't have an understanding to read or write situations pertaining to race. See, the issue is the reverse discrimination for him, not the discrimination itself. To the people in the back, ain't no such thing as reverse discrimination, reverse racism, none of that. Education is elevation. Trump says civil rights.
Right, okay. So the thing is, let me just tell you what your civil rights are. There are legal protections ensuring equal treatment and opportunities for all citizens, guaranteeing fundamental freedoms and preventing discrimination based on race, gender, religion, disability, etc., through laws that require positive government action for equal access to things like voting, fair trials, education, and public services. Okay? Now, if we did not have our civil rights, Black people, we would not have legal protection to ensure that we are treated equal as well, that we have the same right to good jobs, education, good education period, a right to vote, a right to do everything that white people can do, okay? So it's very important that our civil rights are protected, okay? I don't know what this man be talking about, you know, I don't know why he tries to make it sound like white people were treated badly because of civil rights, because that's not true, okay? What, he didn't want civil rights so we can still be, you know, like we were back then? Then we wouldn't have opportunity to get the same jobs or the same education or live in the same areas or get the same medical treatment or anything? So the thing is, you said, would this guy just let me just put it up on my thing. Hold on. Oh, so you said everything he says is ridiculous. Would this guy just already? Okay. What about the civil rights of those? And see, like somebody said, they believe that he is making these statements and claims to dodge, you know, anything pertaining to the Epstein files. Okay, I don't know. Okay, but I do know this. that statement, those statements he made are ridiculous. All right. And if any black person agree with that, you something's wrong with you. Point blank. If it wasn't for civil rights, you would not have the opportunity to be where you're at right now. Okay. I couldn't even be in this neighborhood if it wasn't for civil rights or in this house. None of my kids would have been able to go to these good colleges, universities, or anything. Okay. I wouldn't have, I couldn't have went to the college I went to if it wasn't for civil rights. Civil rights is here to protect black people, other minorities, disabled people, and etc. Without that, it would be all types of stuff, racism going on, unfair treatment. It wouldn't be equal. Let's keep it real. Black people during slavery was treated so unfairly that it's plain and ridiculous. Without civil rights, you would basically be back in that time, okay? Because you wouldn't be able to vote. And if you were able to vote, it would probably be a lot of stipulations and things of that nature. So let's see what else somebody is saying about this. This is crazy. Oh, let's see what Willie D says.
What's up, family? I don't even want to bother y'all with this mess, but here goes nothing. Donald Trump.
Oh my God, Willie D be tripping me out. Let's go and listen to him.
Your president fixed his mouth to tell the New York Times he believes civil rights led to white people being very badly treated. Let me tell you something, fam. I never thought in a million years that I would miss George Bush. Oh, man. Good Lord. Okay, first of all, dummy, and any dummy who believes him, civil rights were put in place to protect everyone, including white people. Those same laws were meant to prevent discrimination against race, religion, and gender of anybody.
But mainly of minorities and people of that class, and people who are disabled and black people, okay? Because white people didn't need no protection. Okay, let's keep it real. All right, I know some white people are gonna get in my comment section and be tripping, but you didn't need no protection like that because you guys was already getting stuff. Let's keep it real, okay? Nobody was treating you unfairly in regards to jobs, housing, schooling, water fountains, buses, medical care, or anything, okay? Let's keep it real.
This rhetoric flips history on its head, fam.
Oh, thank you, Jermaine. You said women benefited more than anybody. Okay, so I forgot about that. You're right, because women at that time wasn't even allowed to vote. Women were treated like a hot mess. So if you're a black woman, that's a double whammy. Okay, that's a double whammy. Okay, let's go back over here.
It ignores slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, and segregation while recasting the group that benefited the most as the victim. These motherfuckers got everything, and they want whatever's left. Yeah. When privilege feels normal, equality can feel abnormal. It could feel like a loss, but it does not make it mistreatment. White Americans still hold the majority of wealth, power, and political influence.
And this is so true. And without civil rights, the ones that do have, the blacks or other minorities that have wealth and power would not be in their position if it wasn't for civil rights.
In this country, the group that dominates the courts, organizations, institutions, corporations, and government is not being very badly treated. You dummy. You racist bastard. That's all that is, fam. The arrogance. They wake up mad every day. I mean, got it made in the shade. And wake up more angry than everybody. Just never satisfied. That's got to be a lonely, lonely life. Think about it. Every day we hear from Donald Trump, all we hear is beefs. All we hear from him is profanity-laced rants. Every day he's on social media, he don't miss a beat identifying a new enemy within, first and foremost. He loves making enemies with his own citizens. He's going around stealing. Oh, we're just taking, we need that oil, we need to take it. We need Greenland, from a strategic standpoint for our national security. So we ain't needed Greenland. We haven't needed Greenland for hundreds of years, but all of a sudden now we need Greenland. Russia ain't moved no closer to the U.S. What's up, family?
Okay.
I don't even want to bother y'all with this mess.
Oh, there you go. I'm not going to show part 2, but there you go. He summed it up very good. Okay. Again, I don't understand why Trump made those statements. Maybe he believes that deep down inside. I don't know. But I know one daggone thing. They were not treated very badly because of no damn civil rights. Okay. They did not leave white people very badly treated. Like Willie D said, and so many other people have said, white people, especially back then, had so many opportunities, and blacks didn't have those opportunities. Other minorities didn't have it. Okay, women didn't have it, especially black women. So civil rights is something that was needed for all people, especially minorities and women. Point blank. My father fought for civil rights. Okay. So for Trump to make that statement, and if any black person supports that or any other minority, something is wrong with y'all on everything. Something is wrong with you guys on everything. Okay? Shh. So what else do you have to say about that, Jermaine? You have anything else to say about it? It's plainly ridiculous for him to make a statement like that. He didn't want civil rights for minorities, blacks, or anything, right? Because he wanted to keep us the way we were then. That's crazy. That's the way I look at that when he says that. So in the comment section, you can tell me what you guys think. Do y'all agree with Trump, disagree with him? I definitely disagree with him. What do you think? Do you think that civil rights left white people very badly treated? Let me know in the comment section, okay? Now we're going to move on to another story here. This next story, let me see who is it next. The next story is, hold on, you guys, I have to see. It is about the guy, the KFC worker, who the KFC worker who was STABBED multiple times by a customer who became upset about his gravy. You know, this is the same type of stuff. When you talk about these statements Trump made, these are the same type of foolishness that people say when you're in the comment section and something happens like this or any other crime, and then they say the usual suspects, like the only people who do crimes are black people and Latino people. It's crazy. You said to hell where he belongs. Woo! Oh, God. You do not like Trump, do you, Jermaine? Anyway, let's go ahead and get to this next story real quick. So let's take Trump himself off of here. And let's go to this guy right here now. So his name is, let me see. So it's actually 2 people. So let me put their names both up here. Okay. Actually, let me just put it a different way. I don't need to put their names. Let me put KFC. Okay, I hate that we can't say these words on YouTube. I'm gonna put it like that. But yet you can say other words, right? That's crazy, isn't it? Okay. So anyway, a KFC worker. Let me take Willie D off of here for him to give me a copyright claim. Okay. A KFC worker was stabbed multiple times in a frenzied attack by a customer upset with his gravy. And this is according to reports. You know, sometimes I wonder what in the heck is wrong with people. Okay. Gravy. Okay, anyway, James Carter, 48, and Gerald Carter, 32, were arrested and charged with attempted murder for the rampage that broke out in a Las Vegas KFC. So let's see. So cops were called to the scene of the incident on December the 27th after receiving reports a worker at the fast food chain had been knifed by a customer. Officers detained 4 people on site and allegedly discovered a large folding knife in Gerald Carter's pocket. And this is according to KSNV News. Now, according to a police report seen by the publication, one of the people detained said they left the KFC after Gerald became upset about his gravy. Gerald became more enraged after he claimed the staff called him names and disrespected him. The mad customer then left the store but returned with his uncle, James. The pair were seen in surveillance footage going behind the counter before Gerald allegedly plunged a KNIFE into the employee as his uncle held him in a severe chokehold. Now, if he had him in a chokehold, why did the relative think he needed to STABBED this dude? Anyway, the victim was taken to a local hospital, but his condition is not confirmed. And hopefully this dude did not pass on. Now, Gerald later admitted to cops that he got into a fight with the employee, but said his KNIFE stayed in his pocket. So if it was in his pocket, how did it get out and STABBED him multiple times? Anyway, Gerald was held on a $100,000 bail and his uncle on a $10,000 bail by a Las Vegas judge. Now, I don't know what's the update or anything, but this entire thing is just plainly ridiculous. All over some damn gravy. Some gravy. So now these 2 relatives are basically incarcerated, right? Maybe spending some years behind bars over foolishness. And if this man, I don't know if this man passed on or not, but if he passed on, then that's going to be, murder, and they're going to be incarcerated for life. I'm telling you guys, you better think before you start doing stupid stuff. I mean, over gravy? I mean, what was wrong with the gravy? Was it not hot enough? Was it nasty? He didn't get enough, or what? And then he said he got mad because the employee disrespected him. If y'all men don't stop with that bull crap, what's going to happen because somebody say something to you disrespectful? So you mean to tell me you're going to take out a you-know-what and get yourself in further trouble where somebody can easily disrespect you all the time? Like, the guards, police officers, the judge, other inmates, and you're not going to be able to do a damn thing. So why wouldn't you just say, just go call the manager and report this employee and get him in trouble? Even go to, you know what? You can even go to the district. You can call the district manager and get that employee in trouble. I mean, people don't think versus, fighting, going to get your uncle, you come back, you fight, your uncle got him in a chokehold, and then you take out a KNIFE and, him and shank him. You do that, okay? And then say you didn't take it, out of your pocket. So how did he get STABBED? You said it's not even good. It used to be good back in the day. That shit is not good now. Every now and then you can catch some good chicken, but otherwise it's not good. They need to sell something. Shit, it probably would. I won't be buying it because I don't like Kool-Aid. All right. So they've been having a lot of little altercations at restaurants. Let me give y'all a few. So back in November, a McDonald's customer launched a flying kick at a worker in a violent brawl reportedly sparked by a food order in Brazil. So let's see who else. You had one in UK as well. A wild punch-up broke out inside a McDonald's in front of kids in the UK, okay? And then we be seeing a lot of these type of situations going on here in the United States of America, okay? But the thing is that I'm just trying to figure out what be going on in these people's minds, especially to get into an altercation over gravy and to actually take out your weapon and use it and then get charged with attempted murder. And hopefully this guy recovered, because I don't see any updates. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I research it, I probably could find it. I don't even know this guy's name. Let me put their name in the thing and see if anything come up. Let me just do this. I'm gonna see if I can find any more information, see if this dude is okay. Okay, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Any updates on this guy? Hurry up. Me and my late night hold on. My late night owl lives be late, don't they, y'all? But that's what happens when you have to work and things. You know what I'm saying? You can't always be up on YouTube for 50,000 hours and all damn day like you don't have a life. That's sad. Okay, let me see. Let's see if I can find any updated information. So he was hospitalized. So I think that dude is okay. I think he's okay, because this was updated 22 hours ago, okay? Let me see this real quick and see what they're saying right here. Damn, hold on. Is it the same one right here? Yeah, this is the same one right here. So I got more information on it. Let me see here. So they captured Carter leaping over the counter and physically attacking a worker during his first visit. They say the video shows Carter repeatedly punching in STABBING the victim and putting him in a chokehold for several seconds. Then they said Carter did a knockout punch to the victim's face before leaving the restaurant. So he claimed that that thing was in his pocket, but on camera, it shows him Stabbing, the victim. That's crazy, man. I knew there was more to this. Let's see what else. It's all over the news. I'm surprised y'all didn't hear about it. So they had an argument about the gravy. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, they went behind that counter. So he was complaining about the about the amount. Well, I knew it. Hold on, about the amount of gravy on his food, and he confronted employees about it. So him and his uncle, one of them helped the dude, while the other one was repeatedly hitting him in stabbing him. So they left before the police came, and the police picked them up, I guess somewhere nearby. So I'm thinking that the victim, survived. Now he just lied. Gerald spoke to the police about the alleged incident and claims he did not remove his KNIFE from his pocket during the altercation. And he claims that it was not centered on gravy. He said that the employee was the verbal aggressor. He probably was before the altercation and was calling him names and disrespecting him. But listen, again, sometimes he could have just got into the physical altercation. He didn't have to take out a weapon and start stabbing. Okay. I don't think he should have even got into a physical altercation, but it is what it is. Sometimes you do get into a physical altercation, right? But he should have left it at that and just left out. Okay. But I don't even think he should have did anything but call the district manager and got this employee fired. That's it. Okay. Now him and his uncle are incarcerated and possibly facing attempted murder charges. I think one of them is facing. I don't know what the other one is facing. If not, both of them facing that. It's plainly ridiculous. We got to do better. I'm gonna tell you straight up. As people, that's what I'm talking about. Because that could have been prevented. Just plainly ridiculous. They both were charged with attempted murder. Okay. And this happened on December the 27th. Okay. 2 days after Christmas. So these dum-dums were in jail probably for the holiday, and they still in jail. 48, he too damn old, and then 32. So the uncle is probably 48 and the other is 32. Gerald is the one that initially got mad, okay? Over some damn gravy. You're right, Jermaine. Over some gravy. In jail, looking stupid. Now, they probably already got disrespected over and over again, okay? By the people, what do you call those? Correctional officers and all of that. That's crazy. And they got videos of it. But I'm not going to show it because, it is what it is. You guys can probably go look at it yourself. But yeah, I'm telling the young man and the employee is okay. And if I get any updated information on these people besides what I just gave you, I will update you guys. But anyway, my prayers are extended out to the employee who got stabbed. And I do hope that he is okay. But they didn't give any updates. They said they didn't have any information on that. Uncle and nephew. So he returned to the restaurant multiple times. I don't know why they just didn't get this man no more damn gravy. These people at these damn restaurants be tripping out about the most stupidest stuff. Give his ass some more gravy so he can get his butt out of here. So I guess they did get out on bail, because the judge also ordered that both men wear ankle monitors if they were released. So the next court date is for January 14th. So that's today. So if I do get any, if I can remember to check this case out to see what happens today, I'll let you guys know. Okay, let me just screenshot this so I can remember. And then I'll check it. And then I'll let you guys know. All right? So again, my prayers are extended out to the victim, and I hope that he's okay. And I hope justice is for these two idiots. Because that was plainly ridiculous to be fighting an employee because of some damn gravy and because this employee probably called them some names. Y'all too damn old. When you get past 40, you are too old to be out here tripping out because the damn KFC employee called you a name and disrespected your ass. When you go to prison, you're going to be really disrespected. You're going to really get some names called. They're going to really call you names. I mean, come on now, y'all do the stupidest shit. Okay, on everything. Anyway, let's go ahead and move off of this story right now. Some updates, and we are done for tonight. All right. Hold on for 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me put this on until I come right back. Hold on. It'll be just 1 minute. Let me put this on real quick. Let me find it. All right, y'all, I am back. I don't know how long that stayed up there. I bet you stayed on there for about 15 seconds. Let's see. Oh, it stayed on there for a while. Okay, it stayed on there for a while. I'm just a little slow. I had to get some clothes out the dryer before they get wrinkled. So we're going to go ahead and do these little updates real quick. Let me take this banner down real quick. We'll keep that up there so I can remember. Okay, so first thing first, let's do this real quick. Let me put updates. Let's just put it underneath the breaking news updates, okay? So we got some updates on, let's see. First and foremost, we got one on Nick Reiner's murder case, his lawyer. Anyway, his lawyer spoke out again, okay? You know, because his former lawyer, because he's not his lawyer anymore. So I guess so many people were speculating why he quit. So he decided to tell the public why he decided to withdraw from representing Nick Reiner in his murder case. So he said, Attorney Alan Jackson said, I want him to get the most robust defense. Okay, let's see. So he was on Sirius XM's Let's Talk Off Camera with Kelly Ripa on Tuesday, January 13th, to answer some burning questions about the case and Nick's fate. Okay, so Kelly asked him, why did Jackson withdraw from the case? He said, everybody's got that same looming question, and I'm compelled because of legal standards and ethical obligations. There are certain things I simply can't divulge. He said, Kelly, in terms of why there was a change in counsel, why we stepped away, and the public defender's office stepped in, and I will reiterate what I said in the press conference, which is my team, me personally and my team, remain completely and utterly committed to Nick's best interests. We always will be committed to his best interests. I want nothing but the best for him, and I want him to get the most robust defense that he can possibly get. And I know he will in the hands of the public defender's office. So you need to tell me the public defender attorney, right, do a better job than Alan Jackson? Now we know good and damn well it's probably, and I'm saying probably because I don't know, over money. Okay, because that does not even make any sense. Okay, so this attorney, Alan Jackson, is a very good attorney. He represented a bunch of people, okay? And I just don't believe that. So listen, earlier in the day, Attorney Jackson answered a similar question on Hot Mics. It's a podcast with Billy Bush, okay? He said, so obviously something happened with my ability and my team's ability to continue the representation. But I don't want you, your audience, anybody else to start speculating as to what that might be. I have not said a word about it. And that's what he said, okay? And then Billy Bush asked if his exit was to the retainer or money. And then this is what he answered. He said, you can't say that. You can't say that, Billy. You can't say that something happened with the retainer because I never said that. That's what Attorney Jackson said. He said that it's not because of money, it's because he wants Nick Reiner, he wants him to get the best legal representation that he can get. But he is one of the best lawyers, okay? Well, how would not saying that there's something wrong with a public defender, but in comparison to him, this does not make any sense. How could the public defender give him a better defense than Alan Jackson? Somebody said you were not going to get hold on, wait. Somebody said you were not going to get paid. That's why. Now he has a public defender, which is two robust defenses, as Taco Bell is to authentic Latin American gourmet cuisine. Somebody said, why should he be expected to work for free? Do you work for free? Well, then just pay. Nick, I think Nick's best interest would be to get a public defender, okay? Because then we know exactly why. Don't say like the public defender is going to give him a better, legal, he'll be a better lawyer for him. Don't say that like that, or she will be a better lawyer for him, because I think her name is Kimberly something. Not saying that she's not a good lawyer, because she probably is, but what I'm saying is that this is one of the best lawyers, Alan Jackson. That's why he got him, okay? Somebody says it's all about the money, plain and simple. And then here go this woman again. Do you do things for free? Lady, shut your ass up. Ain't nobody ask you nothing. Then somebody said, I heard from TMZ that he withdrew from the case because he didn't like where the money was coming from for his retainer and defense from Rob and Michelle estate. That's what I heard, okay? And then somebody said he's just lying. Reiner cannot pay his $1 million retainer. He doesn't honestly believe that the PD is going to provide him with the most robust defense. Please. And I said the same thing. So I don't even know why he said that. He should have said something different, because I would have said something different. I would have just said, that I just think that a public defender would be the best solution for Nick Reiner. And not that she's a better lawyer, it's just that he can't afford you know, Alan Jackson's fees or retainer or whatever. And it is what it is. It's the simple truth. Hold on, y'all. Let me put this over here. So that is great. That is tripped out that he would say that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody believes that. But anyway, that was the update for him. Okay. Now I have another update. Y'all tell me why do you think in the comment section? No, tell me why do you think Attorney Alan Jackson stopped representing Irving case? Okay. Okay, now let's see what else I got here. So now we got an update to Diddy, you know, as far as that pardon that he allegedly asked Trump for. So let's see. They said Mike Tyson handed Trump a letter from Diddy begging for the pardon, allegedly. Okay. Now, this was in a UK-based tabloid magazine. They said that Tyson received a letter for someone in Diddy's inner circle, who then passed it along to the president during a December visit to the White House. Okay, and this is according to an unnamed source. And then they said Tyson asked what the letter was referring to and was told it was a plea for a presidential pardon. Okay. Do y'all believe that? Okay. But that's what they say. I'm not going to go into the whole story because it's a long story. Okay. But I mean, anything is possible. Somebody said they believe he's getting the pardon. But, you know, Trump said no. But, you know, they said that he is getting it. That's why he sold his jet, because that's some more breaking news on Diddy. He sold his jet, okay? And I don't know. I got to look at the story, see how much he got for it. But they're saying that he sold that jet to pay for a pardon, okay? Okay, let's see here. Let me say this one here. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me hurry up. We got about 12 more minutes. Let me hurry up. Okay. You know, I hate when I get a brain freeze right on a live camera, okay? I forgot what I was just going to say. We was talking about Diddy. That's why I was looking at that jet. Damn, I had to figure out what I was saying. I'm glad you put Free Diddy up there because that made me remember what I was going to tell you guys about the jet. Let me see. Here it is right here. So anyway, that's why this person said in the comment section, when he sold the jet, they claim he's going to use that money to pay for a pardon. Okay. So they did say, hold on, they said it was a change of ownership to that Gulfstream G550 aircraft. Okay. So let's see here. So they said it used to be owned by Love Air LLC, one of Combs' companies, and was associated with tail number N1969C. That tail number is no longer registered to that aircraft. It's been changed to T7OKS, a number which indicates that the plane was recently re-registered for use in San Marino, Italy. So somebody must have bought it. Now, of course, Combs representatives did not immediately reply to a request for comment. They do not know how much it sold for, but they did say similar aircrafts have sold for nearly $30 million. Now that jet, Holmes commissioned it in 2014. It was custom built the following year. It had a sleek matte black exterior and a beige interior, seating up to 14 people in a pet-friendly environment, which included a state-of-the-art entertainment system. So they believe he sold it, according to what I just told you guys. Now, after Combs was arrested, he was renting out the aircraft. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, magically gets apart. I'll probably kind of figure out how. I don't know. He sold that jet, and he could have gotten around 30, or even a little less. Now, one more news update. Jeffrey Epstein brother claims a new autopsy will prove that his brother is Jeff's. Now, y'all know that his brother has been saying on social for the longest that he's not unalive. So in February, revealed that he was unalive and he did not commit the S word. He said on News Nation Now on January the 9th that more autopsy facts will be coming out in February that prove he was unalive. Okay. He said he was the one to identify his brother's body at the time. And he said the injuries that his brother had did not correspond to the way his body was found hanging. He also said there are only 3 ways to pass on in prison: the S word, natural causes, or someone took you out. And he said his brother was taken out. He said, I want to know who unalived him and on whose behalf. He also claims the past investigations were a cover-up. Okay? He also said he would not trust anything his brother's longtime friend and madam, Ghislaine Maxwell, says. He said she never saw the body or talked to his brother before he passed on. So we will see once that autopsy is done in February, right? And I can't wait to see it. Okay. And I hope he's the one conducting it, because if somebody else is conducting it, you know, I. That's so making it well. He's an actual correction officer, as he used to be. All right, I'll tell you about him. Thanks to Timothy Busfield yet, the one who's facing charges of criminal sexual contact of a minor. I'll tell you guys. I'll see you.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, is somebody hurt? Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right, news.